Hi, Milagros.
Hi, Professor.
Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Bob. You're a professor, as you probably just figured out, huh?
Yes.
That's Kaylee, right? Kaylee, how you doing? Hi, Milagros.
How are you?
Did I say that correctly?
Yes, it's correctly.
Nice to meet you. And who else we have there? Alana, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. All right. Welcome to 2:30. I don't know if my boss, Cornelia, the accounting chairperson, is going to join us or not. And we'll get started in a few minutes. I guess while we're waiting to get started, I'll go around the room here. Yoritza, do I? Seems to me I know Yoritza. Do I?
Um, I
Hi,
don't think
Yoritza. Have we met?
no.
Okay. There was another lady with the same name about a year ago. Nice to meet you, Yoritza. I'm Bob.
Nice to meet you too.
Which of you has taken accounting 110? How many took 110? Raise your hand. Nobody here took accounting 110, huh? Okay. Not a problem. Not a problem as long as you work hard those first couple of chapters and catch up with what you learn in 110, which are the debits and credits. But that's not a problem. Uh-oh, talking about the boss. Here's my boss now coming in, Professor Alsheimer. Welcome aboard, Cornelia. You are mute.
Hello, everyone. Sorry, it's dark here. I should switch on a light. Hold on.
Yeah, it looks like you're in a cave. What are you doing? Much better.
All better?
Yes.
Hello. Welcome. Okay, let's give everyone one more minute since I just arrived. I don't want to be too harsh on everybody else.
Yeah, well, we got a better crowd here than the other class so far, right? Are you from around here, Milagros? Are you from Santa Barbara area?
Oh, I'm from Peru.
Peru. All right. All right. You're an Incan, huh?
That's where you are right now?
No, no, I'm in Santa Barbara right now.
Oh, okay. I'm right now actually in Germany.
You're back in Germany again?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Got those frequent Florida miles. Kaylee, are you from around here?
Born and bred in and around LA my whole life. Yeah.
All right. Where in LA?
Right now I'm living in Newbury Park with my parents, but I grew up kind of in Westchester and then the Valley. So.
Okay. Yeah, I lived in Chatsworth for a while.
Oh, nice.
I know the Valley. Alana, are you from this area?
Hi. Yeah. I finished high school in Santa Barbara, but I'm living in San Francisco at the moment.
Oh, San Francisco. You went up there for the cheap rents, right?
Oh, yes, definitely.
How about you, Euritza? You look like a local girl, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm from Carpinteria. So it's like 15, 20 minutes out from Santa Barbara.
I know it well. They have a lovely little library sale I go to once a month right on Carpentry Avenue there. Well, it's 1:32, Cornelia. What would you like to do?
Yes, let's get started. Let's get, you are here, ladies, and so let's get started with our class. Welcome, everybody, again. My name is Cornelia Alsheimer. Bob and I will be teaching this class for you this summer session. We are a little bit sad that it has to be fully online. We will be trying to have some kind of like maybe a few optional class meetings on campus after July 12th. Supposedly the campus will open. On the other side, I heard that some of you are not in the area. So those optional class meetings will probably not be optional for you. But again, these Zoom meetings is what we are offering on a regular basis, so as to be as close to a classroom environment as possible. So I'm the department chair of the accounting department. Bob and I will be co-teaching the class. I understand that you didn't see Bob's name on the schedule, but that is because the schedule can only list one instructor. That's just the way it is set up. So if Bob came to you today as a surprise, there's the surprise.
Yeah, you will be seeing me a lot more than Cornelia.
Right. So because I am the person mostly responsible for the Canvas part, the Connect part, and also for all the grading, right? Bob will be the person who will be in the Zoom meetings. So let us get started right away. And I'm sorry, I have my first grader here. So this is
Let me set you up, Cornelia. I'm sorry.
yeah. So
You're good to go.
okay, we're good to go. Can I share? Okay, so let's get started with our Canvas shell. So where are we? Let me see.
I assume everybody's in able to get into Canvas now?
So yeah, so did anybody have a problem getting into Canvas? No, okay, well, there's a few ways, two ways, which are our major sources of communication. And the one is communication within our Canvas class, and the other one is pipeline. So please make sure that you really check your pipeline classes on a regular basis. So once you're in Canvas, you find our Accounting 230 82078. You click on this tile, it's opening on our homepage. That's the page with the friendly pictures of Bob and I. And there's already a lot of important information on this homepage. Specifically, like there's a bunch of tips, like kind of a lot of no-brainers, like you better stay on track. It's a 6-week class. You can't really afford falling behind, right? You know, who would have guessed? We have a couple of good links, the live lecture link, the net tutor link, and then the live tutor. And guess who is our live tutor? Yay, Bob is our live tutor this summer, right? So, so you have a choice between Bob, and Bob.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a couple of really helpful links on the left-hand side in the toolbar. So there is from the homepage is where you are landing once you're coming into our class. In addition to Bob, there's actually like Bob tutors. So the lectures are Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1:30. Also Bob tutors Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 5 p.m. and then Saturdays at noon. If none of this works where you can ask questions, there's also a service, it's called Net Tutor. I'm not sure if you have heard about it in other classes. When you click on it, you will get see accounting right on top, because A for accounting, right? We are always first. They are available. It's also live tutoring. So there will be somebody live for you. So there's two options. Either you come to the drop-in tutoring, which is Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 2 to 9 p.m. And again, it's live too, but as far as I know, you don't see the person you are talking to. And then you can also schedule an appointment. You can drop off a paper, or you can drop off a question, right? And basically what happens is, what service you can also take advantage of, there's something it's called your accounting locker. And they're basically, when you submit a paper or drop off a question, you can look into that locker and the tutor might have given that back to you. You can also watch recordings of your previous sessions. So there's a lot of what this program offers. It's really good. It's just the only disadvantage, it's not Bob, right? So, but otherwise it's good. Okay, we are moving back to our shell. Sorry, that was not exactly the right link I wanted to click, but here we go again. And I know you don't have that many classes. I just have a lot of classes. Because there's also the summer 1 classes, and since Bob and I share most of our classes. Oh, I love this cat, Alana. Oh, share all our classes. So all classes, his classes show up on my screen as well. So the next one is announcements. Announcements are very helpful, and you don't actually have to read them here, but you can read them under this link, but they all come to your pipeline email. I'm trying to send you at least, I would say, 3 announcements a week. You might get one every day. I hope you are not getting annoyed by it. It's only 6 weeks, and then you are not getting any more announcements from me, I promise. The next one is, so basically an announcement was what I sent you last night, right? Welcome to our Accounting to 30 class. That was an announcement. The next announcement you will get is, hey, on probably tomorrow, let me see what I'm going to send you tomorrow. Student view, let's see if I can make it a student view. So, yeah, you still see all of them, right? So, what am I going to send you tomorrow? Why can't I, sorry, I have to leave the student view. This is annoying. I thought it would be a little bit more organized in your view. So tomorrow is June 29th. I will remind you that the live tutoring is going to start. And today I send you an announcement that there's the optional lecture. And yesterday I sent you the welcome, right? And these all go, again, these go all in your pipeline email. So please check your pipeline email. Okay. The next one is a super important link, and that is the syllabus. The syllabus, great tool. So 2 things, you can find the syllabus. Number 1, you can also find that on this document on the homepage, but here you have our syllabus and schedule of assignment in a downloadable Word file, which you can download and maybe print out and whatever, like stick to your fridge door or so. All the important information. Okay, what we are doing here, the student learning outcomes, the course objectives, the textbook, what type of assignments we are having, the chapter summaries, Connect Learn Smart assignments, Connect assignments, the chapter quizzes, the FSA or financial statement analysis assignments. There's like 2, they are a little bit larger. And Bob is responsible for those. They are 20 points each. And then discussion posts, where I know it's not really discussion, but we type our opinions and respond in writing with to other students. One thing that is important, late work will be accepted until August 7, 2021. We hope that you don't have to take advantage of that. But if you miss an assignment, we rather want you to do it late than don't do it at all. So we are awarding 75% of points for late work. And, you know, don't stress out. The due dates are always midnight. And if you can't get it done by midnight, but you get up in the morning at 7 and submit it before breakfast, that's all fine. We're not, Bob and I are not going to penalize you. And there's usually a 25% late penalty. if we see that you are making an effort, right? But at some point, we need to kind of like use those 25% as a stick a little bit to keep you all on track, because falling behind in a summer class is a killer. And we don't want this to happen. So we really want you to all stay on track. Please try to get the 100% of all your assignments. The homework assignments are worth a lot of points, a lot of points. And you could, there's no reason why you have to have significantly below 100% on these homework assignments. And then, you know, you can, number one, you will be really well prepared anyway for your exams if you do all that stuff. And also, you know, even if the exam is falling short a couple of points, with all those homework points, you will still be doing fine. By the way, we have 3 exams. They're worth a total of 300 points. And if you look here, right, we here in this class, you can earn a lot of points, over 1,000. Only 300 there.
Excuse me, Cornelia, did you change the screen?
No.
Okay, we're still looking at the course syllabus, right?
Yeah, that's still the course syllabus. At the moment,
Okay,
you're
okay.
the grading system.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, see what I highlight? The points?
No,
What
I
is-
didn't. I thought you might have changed the screen without sharing it. That's all.
No, so you should at the moment look at the point at the grading system. And that, do you see that 1,040 points?
No,
No,
my screen is
No,
frozen.
that's what we don't see.
Oh, it's frozen. Okay, let me reshare it. That sometimes happens. Probably as
I have a quick question.
yes.
How much time are we allotted for our exams?
I believe 90 minutes. 90 minutes or 2 hours. I have to look. We can look that up in a minute. Okay, we can look that. Remind me when we are back on the Canvas shell. So here are all the whoops. What did I just do? Here are all the due dates and the topics. What, when, what we are doing. Okay. The chapters are listed on the right-hand side, the due dates on the left-hand side. This is one way to look at them. Again, another way to look at this is, and it's the same information, just, you know, in various ways to look at it, so that this is, because this is super important, staying on track. So again, we are still in the syllabus link. You see on the syllabus link, again, here was the link to the printed syllabus, and read that syllabus before you take the syllabus quiz. Well, you can take the syllabus quiz 500 times until you get full points. The syllabus quiz is by the way, extra credit. It is, the way I do that is I list it with 1 point, and you can get 11 points on that quiz. And 10 points is then the extra credit. So this is extra credit. Please do it. You have to do it by Tuesday in order to get the extra credit. It's a lot of, you know, 10 points out of 1,000 is what, 1%? See, you just do that and already have 1% of your grade. And then we have the welcome discussion forum. That's also an easy assignment. You just like tell us a little bit who you are, and start a conversation with your new friends in class. And that's on Tuesday. And then we are going into the real work. The real work comes then on Thursday. By the way, our regular assignment days are Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And guess what? Then we are starting over with Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And then we again, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. The only difference is that once in a while on the Sunday, and I know it's Independence Day, but it's, you know, we have to get it in. And therefore, this is a super interesting discussion question. We have discussions again, to discussion forums, right? It's usually, I think it's a lot of fun, especially this one on accounting fraud. Wow, I mean, this is really cool. It's WorldCon, Scandal, and which is already like several years ago. But here, Wirecard, it's a brand new one. And by the way, it's a German company. I'm just saying, right? It just went, no, it was like it was one of our the German stock market indexed. It was an index, one of like the top 30 companies in Germany, and it went down because of fraud. I mean, unbelievable. It gave a lot of like political waves in Germany as well. Like because Angela Merkel actually went to China and tried to kind of like promote this company only a year or only like 9 months before they went down. And one of our, I think the British Financial Times had already like raised concerns about it. And well, anyway, it's an interesting discussion. So all these discussions happening Sundays, but all the chapter work is due Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And also the exam days will be, and they're not yet listed. The first exam comes after chapter 5. And that is when I actually, the other stuff is not yet published when I stopped publishing. So you should then also, the exams would be on a Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday. Okay, so make sure you have these days kind of like in your head that, hey, there's something due by midnight that day. Another way to look at our work is the modules. The modules is actually a little bit more comprehensive in such that, again, it lists what's due, the summary, the Connect, Learn, Smart, the Connect exercises, and the quiz, but it gives you also other information. There is an intro page, which basically gives an overview over the chapter. And
excuse me, Cornelia, are you showing us the modules now? We're
okay.
not seeing it.
All right, I see it, I see it, I see it. So now I'm showing you the modules. Now let's see, I have to switch again. Tell me if anything happens. You can still
Now
see
we
it?
see it. Now we see it. The modules.
Okay, so these are our modules. Okay, and again, they show more. They show the stuff which is due, the summary, the Learn Smart, the chapter exercise, and the chapter quiz. Summary, Learn Smart, chapter exercise, chapter quiz. But it also shows you material in addition to that. Like every chapter has an intro page, basically with a brief overview, what is this chapter actually about, right? Then it has a lecture page where there is usually a bunch of videos, Bob's videos. By the way, you often find the ones from last year, right? I leave the ones from last year in until I have Bob's new recording, and then I switch them out, right? We had a guest professor for a while, from University of Pepperdine, and he provided some videos, and then we have LinkedIn Learning videos. Just want to let you know, every one of you has a free account with LinkedIn Learning. They have really cool videos. I will also, when we have a LinkedIn Learning video, I'm adding the instructions. So just to let you know, so this is the lecture material. Going back, come on. Okay, then we also have for every chapter the slides, the PowerPoint slides. So Bob will actually start with a little bit lecture on chapter 1 today, and he will be using those PowerPoint slides. And then again, there's these assignments. The summary assignment is done on Canvas. So you should be, not sure how familiar you are with like how to upload things on Canvas. If you have, there's in my welcome module, there's a Canvas, there should be a Canvas help page. I don't see it at the moment. Oh, here, Canvas student tutorials. It's here linked on the left, Canvas student tutorials. So please, if you are new to Canvas, please look how you upload an attachment. For example, the chapter summaries, I am asking you to write the summary by hand, then take a cell phone picture or scan it and then upload it. You will learn how to upload these. If you don't know it yet, you will see how to upload these in those Canvas tutorials. Okay. Learn Smart exercises and quizzes come from our textbook companion, and that is McGraw-Hill Connect. Usually there's two ways to access this. There's a McGraw-Hill link somewhere here. You can click that, or you can click any assignment in the modules, which is a McGraw-Hill assignment. And when you do that the first time, it will ask you to register with McGraw. No, this was not the right, this clicked the wrong one. How could I miss this McGraw-Hill? When you do that the first time, and I'm not sure if you already have done that, it will automatically take you to the Connect section for our class, and yours will look a little bit different because I'm already registered, right? And but you will be registered, and then it will take you to, once you're registered, you can access all our assignments. Let's see if here the Learn Smart assignment or the exercises. It will take a while because it takes you out of Canvas and into the assignment. Why is it not loading this assignment? Huh. Okay, all right. Is it something to do with me being the instructor? Okay, guys, I will see why is that. Is one of you already logged in? Is it working for you, or is that just like doing stuff with me at the moment? Okay, in general, if there's anything not working with Connect, email me right away or text me. In the syllabus, I will also put my, can't believe that this is not working. Is it, maybe it's just, now I had it, come on. Oh, now I know what's happening. I think I know what's happening. What is this? System error? Why is it giving me the system error?
Oh, that explains it perfectly.
No, it doesn't. Okay, let me see. Let me open something new. Let me try something.
By the way, Ilana, your cat, I don't think I like his attitude.
Why not?
No, he's a ham, man.
She loves to be coddled.
Beautiful cat.
Her name is Lover.
Okay. All right, guys, I unfortunately, wait. I think I know what that is. I think I made, it should actually work. So here we go. It's showing up over here for some reason. No, that's not it. It was showing up in another, look here. So, and if I'm now changing, hold on, where's my canvas? Okay, wait, give me just one more second. If that's what I think it is, because I have too many windows open, you can already see it. And I think this is one of the problems that I'm creating. So let's try one more time. There we go. So, all right. And so we have here, for example, the exercises chapter 1. And pretty much then you are, I'm not in student view, but this is how it's supposed to look like. So you are, some options, I should have somewhere a student view. Sorry, that all looks different when it's the student versus the instructor. So basically it's asking you to, it's giving you a balance sheet. So mine for sure now shows you the solutions for next Sunday's homework already. I hope nobody's having a camera and taking pictures.
Take
So
a picture.
you are entering numbers. It gives you that balance sheet, and you are going to enter the numbers right into that balance sheet, and then you hit next. There's also a check my work button. So you can look if your work is student view. There's a student view. Let me see if we can do this. I can actually show you what you are seeing. Sorry. So this is now the Learn Smart. It's another assignment, but doesn't matter. So you start with beginning your Learn Smart assignments. Good that we have that, because that's not always so clear. So there's two ways where the Learn Smart assignment has two parts. It has questions and it has reading. You can toggle back and forth between the questions and the reading. So here the book is actually like showing you, like giving you this is the textbook. It highlights in yellow the most important things. I actually hate that because I think everything is important, but they feel they need to do that. So the yellow stuff supposedly is more important than the other one. And then you can go to the next page and the next page for next page. So that's where you can do your readings. And when you then, but you have to do the questions to get the points. So you say 2 questions, see that bottom left? 2 questions, okay? So, and then you say true or false. Creditors hope to gain in 2 ways. They hope to receive dividends, and 2, to sell their shares at a higher price. Okay, we are already in chapter 2. No, that's chapter 1. So is that wrong, true or false? Does anybody know? You need to know what a creditor is. But do creditors receive dividends and sell shares? Who is brave and volunteers to answer?
Ooh,
Is that-
ooh.
Okay, I'm calling on Bob.
False.
Okay, let's see. So Bob, how confident are you with this answer? High, medium, or low?
High.
High. Okay, and it is false. So good job, Bob. I'm very proud of you. So
Thank you.
let's, in case Bob was not quite sure, he could like go over again and continue reading, or he can go to the next question. Most investors hope to get what from their investments in a company stock, in addition to a higher price for the stock. So if you buy stocks, why do you want to buy stocks? Number one, you want to hope that your stock price goes up. For sure, we all hope that. What else do you hope for? Dividends, repayment, free product samples, or interest?
Dividends?
Let's try dividends. Okay, who was that? I couldn't see you. Who was speaking?
Kaylee, sorry.
Kaylee. No worries, Kaylee. Normally I see you, but at the moment I had to minimize you all. Okay, Kaylee, how confident are you? High, medium, or low about this answer?
Pretty confident, so high.
High. And there we go. And Kaylee was right. So the right answer is dividends, and so on. So you do this, the question packages are usually like set up to 45 minutes to an hour. At the beginning, it might take you longer. The Learn Smarts save themselves. So you just do them. And as you go, the program will automatically submit whatever you have at midnight on the day it's due. It's different for the exercises. Please write that down. The exercises you have to actively hit submit, right? Submit. But for the Learn Smart, you just go ahead and answer questions. Either at some point it tells you you're done and then you say hooray, or if you kind of like keep doing the questions, and by the way, if you have them wrong all the time, it will add questions because the program will try to teach you the right answers. Then it might take longer than an hour or even 1.5. And if you are then not done at midnight on the day it's due, it will just submit whatever percentage you have. Okay. The quizzes work a lot like the exercises. So we were in modules. We're done. Grades, people. I think we are good. Does anyone have a question on any part? Have you already tried to register for a Connect? You all should have at least 1 week free access. And unfortunately, I can't do that because Bob and I are both already registered. So you all were able to register?
Oh, I'm planning to register after this meeting.
Oh, okay. All right. So if you have problems, email me. Again, the easiest way is when you log in, when you click on that and then it takes you to the registration page. The first thing I would do is do the courtesy access. It should be 1 or 2 weeks, but at least 1 week, the courtesy access. And that means you don't have to deal with a credit card or a code or whatever. You can just go ahead, put your name and email in and start working. I suggest that you use your college email just because, I mean, we do that. The Learn Smart thing is part of your college work. So I always think use the college email for everything that's college work and college related. And yes, that should take you then quickest to the assignments. And then if you have until at least the drop date with that free trial. And if you then decide to, maybe could happen that something came across and you, whatever, got a great job somewhere, and you can't finish this class, which is quite a bit of work for, especially for 6 weeks, then you can still, you don't have to have paid. By the way, is anybody repeating this class? No? Okay, because usually McGraw-Hill is really nice and they give me an extra, they give you a free code if you have repeated the class, but they would verify your email address. So I can't just say, hey, I have all these students who are repeating the class and want a free code.
Yes, the class if they took 110, Cornelia.
Oh, did you take 110? No.
Nobody.
Nobody? Okay, Bob. I mean, you don't have to take 110.
No, you don't.
It makes things a little bit easier. But Bob is great. Again, do not underestimate the amount of work. We don't want to scare you away, but it's definitely 20 hours per week, 25 hours per week. It's basically a half-time job, right? To take this class if you want to do it right. It's a 5-unit class. It gives you all the basics you need in terms of accounting. It's a great class. Come to Bob's lecture, come to Bob's tutoring. Even, here's what I want to say, and please tell this to everybody else. The tutor hours are not only for you if you have a question. It's also to just log in, maybe listen, maybe Kaylee has a question and Alana and Yaritza and Tommy and Milagros there. You're only there to listen in. or to, do your homework while Bob is there. And if there is a question, you could ask him right away, much faster than email. Also, you can kind of hang out with others. There will also students from the Accounting 110 and the Accounting 240 class. You can chat with people in the 240 class, how it is to take 240. I mean, we want to try to build kind of a community, a sense of community. Ask Bob how much fun he always has with the tutor, with the students in our actual tutor room. He usually has like pretzels and also show funny videos, right? I'm not sure. The pretzel part is difficult over Zoom. Maybe.
Yeah, I think we know who the class clown in this group is.
Yeah. So it's kind of it's always a good group, and people bring their lunch or so and just like hang out there. I know it's not working for over Zoom as well, but please try to come. It's just, at 5 p.m. If you were about to do some accounting homework anyway, just log in.
If we get back on campus at least a little bit, maybe tutoring could be held on campus. That would be really.
I will keep on asking.
They gotta clean that room up though.
Yeah. Okay, so more questions.
I do have a quick question.
Yeah.
So, I think you talked about it earlier, but I wasn't sure I had a full understanding of it. When you switch out the videos from before, like Bob's lecture videos, to the current one, those are the most up-to-date ones that he does.
Yeah.
As the course.
I tell you a secret. He tells all students every year the same. But
the same jokes, the same stuff. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And I haven't gone into my New Jersey sketch.
Yeah. And the slides, it's the same. I assume you're also referring to the edition of the book. It's the same book, and it's also the same edition of the book. This is basically his lectures from last summer.
Got it. Okay.
And all my stuff is on Bob Smagula YouTube. I haven't deleted anything from that, so I got like
he is like a
5 different lectures on each chapter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. No, that's all good to know, because in case
Okay.
on the off chance I can't make it to the lecture.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Yeah, these get put up usually in the evening, right, Cornelia?
Yeah.
By the time
or the next day. But again, there's always the one from last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long are the lectures usually?
You're gonna find out in about 2 minutes.
60
No,
to
about-
90 minutes.
This one will be a short one, but about 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, and I'm getting out and let you all work. Okay? Okay?
All right, thank you, Cornelia.
As long as there are no more questions. Oh, there's Mila. Go ahead.
Yes, I want to tell you something, Professor. I got tested positive for COVID on Friday.
Oh my goodness. That's why you have the mask. Oh my goodness.
Yes, but I feel right now better because yesterday and the day before yesterday was with a lot of fever. But yeah, only I want to say that because sometimes maybe I'm gonna feel like the doctor told me it's gonna be 10 days, the symptoms, and then I'm gonna be fine. But yeah.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, please check in. So please check in and always like report to Bob that you feel how you feel, right? So we want to make sure you're doing well. Okay.
Yes.
Don't underestimate this virus. I'm twice vaccinated and Bob is too. So please all get vaccinated.
Yep.
Yes, and then Professor, I have another question. My friend wants to enroll in your class.
Yeah.
He sent you an email in your pipeline. I don't know if
When did he send it?
Today. He told me today.
Oh, okay. I will respond to it. I will log off here. What's his name?
Andrew McCurry. Andrew McCurry.
Okay, I will log off and respond to the email right away.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks again, Cornelia.
All right, and if you want to send your friend the link, the Zoom link, your friend can come in.
No, he needs a code for the class.
Oh, he needs the ed code?
Yes, he wants to enroll the class.
Not for the
possible.
Zoom. The Zoom link is different. I know he needs an ed code, but he could come into the Zoom in this lecture without the code.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna tell right now.
Want to send over this, if the friend has time now, send over the Zoom code right now. Okay, and I will find an ad code. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
everyone,
Thank
have
you,
a fun
Professor.
class.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Get better soon, Mila.
Thank you.
Okay. Tommy, I didn't say hello. How are you doing?
Doing well, sir. How are you?
Good, good. You want to show your face, Tommy?
Sure. Yeah.
All
Sorry.
right.
Let me put a shirt on.
I don't want to be the, yeah, please put the shirt on. I get that all the time from students. I'm halfway through the lecture. Put your shirt on, Bob, you know. Okay. Thanks for hanging in there with Cornelia and the intro. Hey, there he is. Hey,
How
Tommy.
you doing?
You look like a sports fan, Tommy. Am I right?
That's correct. Yes.
All right. So we'll get along good here. Okay.
I think so.
Did I tell you anything about me personally yet? No, right?
I don't think so.
I'm from New Jersey. You might be able to tell by the accent. I grew up right across the river from the World Trade Center. And New Jersey is thought to be by many people the stupidest state in the union. Does anybody have any feeling why people think New Jersey's so stupid? I'll give you a hint. Do you ever watch television? Have you ever seen the
Jersey Shore?
They're quite a representation of the state, huh? The
I love
Jersey
that
Shore,
show.
the
I watch it with my
housewives,
friends all the time.
the housewives of New Jersey. You ever see the guy with the bakery in Bayonne, the cake boss? The Sopranos. Anybody ever see that show, The Sopranos, where people get shot every day in the town where I grew? That's where I grew up, right in that area of New Jersey. And then finally, New Jersey is now the only state in the union where the citizenry is considered too stupid to pump their own gas. You pull into a gas station in New Jersey, and you have to sit there, and then the guy comes out and says, "What do you want?" If you get out of your car in New Jersey, stop to pump gas, you could get shot. I'm exaggerating just a little bit, okay? Okay, let's just get into a brief lecture. What I'm going to try to do this semester is keep us about about a half a chapter ahead, okay? And I'm going to start doing that here by a brief lecture on chapter 1, and then Wednesday we'll follow up with a little more on chapter 1 and go into chapter 2. So what this means is you can go at your own pace. I'll always have in the lecture a little bit ahead of the class schedule, hopefully. We'll see how this works, okay? So let me share my screen. Okay, do you see the PowerPoint set up, everybody? I just need somebody to raise their hand. They see the PowerPoint? Okay. All right. You ever watch The Big Bang Theory on television? Anybody? I'm Sheldon Cooper. I have to set this up the way I like. All right, here we go. Chapter 1, financial statements, huh? Financial statements, understanding the business. Stockholders invest in a business like we just learned to get a higher price and get dividends. And creditors will maybe loan money to a good company to earn interest, okay? The only thing on this slide I'm going to tell you is we have what we're going to call financial accounting reports and managerial accounting reports. The financial accounting reports are what we're doing in this course. We're not doing the managerial accounts. The managerial accounts are for internal use only, and they're not GAAP. So we're doing, everything we do is pretty much with external people. We're dealing with customers, vendors, employees, third parties, okay? What do businesses do? They borrow money, they buy equipment, they sell merchandise. 3 different types of activities. And this will be important later in the course when we talk about the cash flows. 3 kinds of activities: financing, borrowing, investing. You buy big pieces of equipment, you buy a building, or you buy stock in another company. Operating is what the business really intends to do. Coca-Cola may borrow money. Coca-Cola may invest in Microsoft if they wish, but their operation is selling soda. I'll say hello to your 4 balance sheets. It's really 4 balance, your 4 financial statements. Really, we're going to concentrate on the first 3. we're going to learn right here quickly what is a balance sheet, an income statement, and a statement of stockholders' equity. So let's go into that in a little bit of detail. The cash flow statement, we're not going to worry about. The balance sheet. Oh, the balance sheet, the statement of financial position. It is a snapshot. It is a photograph. It is a photograph of what the business has in terms of assets, liabilities, and equity. It's an expression of what's called the accounting equation, which you have to know by your own, like your own name in a few seconds. Assets equal liabilities plus equity. That's the accounting equation. So we're talking assets, anything that's of value that the company owns, cash, anything of value that the company owns. Cash is a wonderful asset. We all love cash. I'm sorry, I got happy fingers with the clicker here. Short-term investment, accounts receivable. Let's understand accounts receivable. That represents the amount of money your customers owe you at that point in time. Notes receivable, how much borrowers owe you at a point in time. Don't confuse accounts receivable with accounts payable. Accounts payable is a liability. A liability is a debt. It's an IOU. It's what we owe. So accounts payable represents the number that we owe to another company for goods we've bought on credit. And anytime you see the word payable or accrued, you know it's a liability. Stockholders' equity is going to be your assets minus the liability. This company was formed by issuing stock, and then they run their P&L through what's called retained earnings. And I'm going quickly for a reason here, okay? Take a look at this. Understand this. Assets equal liabilities plus equity. Assets equal liabilities plus equity. You have a company, I have a company with $1 million of assets. I have a company with $1 million of assets. I'll sell it to you, Alana, for $100. Would you make that deal right now? Maybe not, because what if I have $2 million worth of liabilities? I have a company that's worth zero. So assets equal liabilities plus equity. Assets equal liabilities plus equity. We must understand that. Take a look at an example of a simple balance sheet. LeNature at December 31st. As of that exact point in time, this company had 10 million in cash, 6 million AR. Their assets totaled 527.4. They had money they owed to vendors. And look at this. Look at all this borrowing they did. That's amazing. They owed 408 in liabilities, and the equity was 119. Notice that assets equal liabilities plus equity. That's your balance sheet. If the balance sheet is a snapshot, the income statement is a video. The income statement covers day 1 through day 30 of the month. It shows you all your sales, your revenues, minus your expenses. On a very simplified basis, the income statement is just your sales minus your expenses. You sold a book for $40. It cost you $10 to buy the book yourself. So you have income of $30. What is on the income statement? Revenue, sales, fees, could be anything. Maybe you rent out part of your building. Expenses, cost of goods sold, wages. These are all basic expense. I'm going to get you started with cost of goods sold because that's going to confuse you for a little bit. Cost of goods sold is simply what we paid for the item we sold. We sold a garment for $200. That's the sale. We bought that garment, though, for $100 from the seamstress. That's our cost of goods sold. And these are various types of expenses you would expect to see with a business. And look at LeNature. LeNature, huh? They had 275 million in sales. This is in millions. And they had expenses, cost of goods sold, and they just bundled up all their expenses here. And they have after-tax income of 23 million. So if you divide 22.9 by the 271 in sales, they did about 9%, which is, you might say that's not too bad. The equity statement, This is the net worth of the company. When we say the company's equity, we can call it the company's capital, the company's net worth, or the company's equity. They're all synonymous. And the beginning balance of the company's equity plus income minus dividends takes us to the next month. So let's just take a quick peek here. The equity in this company at the beginning was 55.7 in common stock. They issued that to the public. They have retained earnings of 43.1. Retained earnings is a component of equity. Retained earnings is the component of equity where we're going to move the income at the end of every month. And in this case, they had that 22 million of income we looked at earlier. That's going to increase their equity through the component called retained earnings, but they gave out 2 million in dividends. That reduces your equity, okay? Cash flows, we're not going to worry about them other than what are the three areas. Operating, which is the normal business, investing, which is buying equipment or buying stock, and financing is borrowing or issuing stock, okay? And let's just take a quick look at a cash flow statement. We have an entire chapter just on cash flows coming up for your pleasure in chapter 12, okay? But just take a peek at this real quick. Investors really, really like to look at your cash flow statement. Companies can report big profits and their cash flow is terrible. So companies say, I want to see your cash flow. So what happened here, they had 9 million in cash at the beginning of the month. The 9 there, I'm sorry, they had cash of 1.6 at the beginning. At the end of the month, it went up by 9 million. As an investor, you want to know why. Well, look, they generated 87 million. They generated 87 million through the operation. So that sounds good. They borrowed another 47 million, but look at all this money they spent on investing. So you as a possible buyer of the stock, you might want to say to yourself, what the heck did they invest in? And make a judgment to yourself whether it was a good investment, that the future looks good. Take a look at this screen here. This will be helpful when you're studying for your homework, when you're doing your homework. You must do the income statement first. The reason for that is you need to get the income to update the equity. Remember what we said? Beginning retained earnings plus the net income for the month minus any dividends gives you the ending. So this company increased its net worth by 20.9. Once you have the equity, now you can put it into your balance sheet. You can put it into your balance sheet. And then if you want to do cash flow statements, you can do them. Just know the three definitions: operating, investing, financing. Did you notice a sentence at the bottom of each financial statement? I don't think I did I? Oh, yeah. Okay. This is important to understand. When you look at the financial statements of a company, there will be notes all over the place. The notes are an important part of the financial statements. All financial statements should be accompanied by notes, which provide supplemental information. For example, you'll see cash, $82 million, just to pick a number. And then under the notes, it might say, well, much of this cash is in a savings account, some is in a checking account, some is in a 3-month certificate of deposit. The notes are going to explain just about everything. The notes are quite important to a financial statement. Again, here is a good look at your 4 statements. The balance sheet, that's your assets, your accounting equation. The balance sheet is an expression of your accounting equation. Assets, what assets we have at this point in time, minus liabilities gives you the equity. The income statement is simply sales minus expenses. And on the equity statement, you want to bide your time. For those of you guys who like acronyms, you know the word, I got to bide my time, BIDE. Beginning plus income minus dividends gives you the ending. And we're not going to worry about the cash flows. Here's an acronym you need to know like the back of your hand, huh? GAAP, Generally Accepted Accounting Principles. These are the rules set forth by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants through their FASBs. Generally Accepted Accounting Principles. These are the rules. No income statement, no financial statement or set of financial statements will be good unless they're prepared under the aegis of GAAP. In other words, if you have financial statements and they're not GAAP attested, you're not going to be able to borrow money. You're not going to be able to do anything. Here we go. You're going to have to do a big essay on Luca Pacioli, the Italian monk who invented double entry bookkeeping. No, I'm just kidding about the essay. But yeah, this guy came up with the idea of double entry of bookkeeping, which expanded into accounting. You notice he did it in 1494. Can anybody think of an important event in world history that happened around 1494, 1492 specifically? Anybody got their thoughts? Exactly, Tommy. Thank you. Columbus discovered America. In 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue, came to America. And that meant all of a sudden there was going to be all kinds of trade going back across the ocean. And businesses realized they needed some way of keeping track of all this. So good old Father Pacioli came up with this, okay? Prior to 1933, and I'm going to give you what happened a few years before 1933, although I bet you could all tell me. The Great Depression hit. The Depression. Companies were losing tons of money, and there was no control over the stock market. There was so much fraud that the stock market was almost worthless as a tool for analysis. So in 1933, under President FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, came up with the Securities and Exchange Act. And you've probably heard of the SEC, the Security and Exchange Commission. That's the group that is empowered to determine the rules for financial statements. You cannot get your company listed on the stock exchange unless you have properly audited financial statements done according to GAAP. The SEC is not a group of accountants. They don't know anything about accounting. So they turn this job over to the FASB, the Financial Accounting Standards Board, and they're the guys who come up with the rules. And you're going to be hearing GAAP a lot. GAAP is going to be all through the course, okay? Generally accepted accounting principles. Companies incur the cost of preparing the statements and bear the following economic consequences. They send out statements to the world. It affects the price of the stock. It can affect the business bonuses received. Some managers get a bonus if the company hits a certain target. Salespeople might get a bonus on their sales. And when you release your financial statements, which you have to do if you're a public company, your competitors learn something about you, and they might use that to their advantage. Not going to worry about the international perspective, other than to say they have different rules depending on the country. So if you're in Peru, you might have a different set of rules, okay? Ethical conduct. All we want to say here is, when there's a decision to be made, think about who's going to be harmed. You're about to put something into a financial statement, and maybe you're not sure it's correct. Think about what the harm would be if you're wrong. See if there's another action, but most importantly, choose the item, choose the path that you'd like your family and friends to see reported on your local news. You don't want to get perp walked out of a building, on the nightly news. Companies have what they call internal controls. I'm not going to get too involved in that right now. Let me just explain what an audit is. An audit, all publicly traded companies must undergo an annual audit, and they also must prepare quarterly K8 reports, they're called, 8K reports. An audit is an examination of the financial statements to ensure that they're in compliance with GAAP. So the auditors come in and they peel the onion. They go look into your details. They talk to third parties. They verify with the bank that the money you say you have, they have. They'll talk to some of your customers, some of your vendors, your lenders, and they'll get a sense that the financial statements are fairly stated, not necessarily correct, but fairly stated. And that's an important consideration. You have to have that. And Cornelia was talking about a new fraud going on in Germany that I didn't hear that much about. But look what happened with this company. We just went through the financial statements of La Nature, right? Well, La Nature turned out to be a bunch of little bums. Look what happened here. After it was determined that the financial statement for La Natures were misleading, that's a gentle word, they were fraudulent, the consequences. Look what happened to the president of the company. He got sentenced to 20 years. The CEO got 20 years. This guy got 15. The CEO's wife went to jail. The CEO's son went to jail. Just terrible. There have been a lot of these types of frauds over the last 20 years. And the GAP rules have finally caught up to some of these people. Some of the laws, I should say, some of the laws of Congress. I'm not going to spend any real time here. Supplement A, we don't need to go there. So that's a quick New Jersey look at chapter 1. Does anybody have any questions, any comments? You're okay, Alana? Okay, apologize to the cat for calling his attitude bad. I shouldn't have said that. You're all right, Kaylee? Hey, Tommy, are you a Dodger fan?
Padres fan, sir.
Yes?
Padres fan. Padres.
This could be your year to crow, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. I haven't met too many Padre fans over the years. How you doing, Lago? You okay? All right. I guess we'll let you guys go. Thanks for hanging into this rather lengthy session. And hopefully we'll see you on, when is it, Wednesday at the same time? Tell your neighbors and friends all about us. We hope to see you guys back again, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Take care.
Professor.
Thank you
Bye,
very much.
everybody.
Thank you.